Hi guys and welcome back. In this lesson we're going to be creating our Hello World application. So as you may or may not know, every kind of computer program or every computer lesson, every computer programming lesson always starts off with a traditional Hello World program. And this lesson and this course is not going to be any different. So in this lesson we're going to begin our Hello World application. This application will first be created on our local development machine, and then we're going to push it up live on the web. So even at this early stage, we're going to have a program that you'll be able to browse to on the web. So all new Rails applications start the same way, and that's with the command Rails new. So just a couple of things here. Here I am in my code editor of choice, which is Atom. And as you can see on the left hand side, I have a project called Rails Projects, which is completely empty at this stage. Now I'm just going to pop down into Terminal, and I'm going to navigate into this project folder. Okay, so here I am in my terminal within my project folder. So as you can see here, Rails Projects. Perfect. Now whether you're working on a Mac or Windows, this process is the same. Open up your code editor, create a project folder, and then navigate to that location within your terminal or your command window. And the process is going to be very similar on your Cloud IDE. You will automatically be placed on the Cloud IDE within the project folder. So to create our first application, how do we do that? Well, as I say, we use the Rails new command. Slightly different, we're going to say Rails, or AILS this time, underscore 6.0.0. So we're giving it a specific version number to make sure that we are all working off the same version of Rails. So now we're going to say new Hello World. So this is the name of our application. There we go. So Rails, the version number new Hello World. Now when we run that, you can see a massive amount of files being created automatically for us. And already on the left hand side, you can see the Hello World folder being created. So let that run for a moment and then come back to me. Okay guys, so here we are back after running our Rails new command, and as you probably noticed, that did an awful lot. It installed an awful lot of software, it installed an awful lot of gems, and it set up an awfully big folder structure. So on the left hand side here where I have Hello World, if I just expand that, as you can see here, I have a default set of files, of folders and files. And that is one of the beauties of Rails. It configures the application automatically for you. So no matter what Rails system you are in or Rails program you are in, it will be the exact same as this. Every Rails application is created and run in the exact same way, and the files are the same for every Rails application. And one of the advantages of that is that you can take a look at somebody's folder structure of a Rails program and instantly you will know the layout. So let me just shrink this back up. Now in the previous lesson we installed Bundler. Each time you create a Rails application, Bundler is run automatically. And if, as we are about to do, you make changes to some of the default gems, you will need to run Bundler again. So let's open our gem file. So in Hello World, here we are. And if we scroll down here, you'll see gem file. So here we have the default gem file that is automatically generated for you. Now some of the version numbers here might be slightly different because at the time of writing and the time of recording and the time of you running your own file, things may have updated. But don't worry too much about that because we're going to change this file in just a few minutes. Also, don't worry too much about understanding everything in this file. We are going to go through this in much more detail as we make our way through the lessons. You'll also notice that many of the lines are commented out with the hash symbol. So a comment in Ruby is created using the hash symbol, and that just means that when you run a Ruby program or a Rails program, that line is ignored. So let's take a look at what we have here. Here we have the gem SQLite tree. So what does that mean? Well, Rails automatically comes with a lightweight database program. This one here right in front of us, SQLite tree. When modifying or adding new gems, unless you specify a version number, Bundler will automatically install the latest version. So if we just said here, gem SQLite tree, and we ran Bundler again, the Bundler program would automatically install the most recent version of this gem. There are two ways to specify a gem with a version range. The first way is to do something like this. So we have SQLite tree, comma, the greater than symbol equals 3.1. This will install the latest version of the gem, even though that may be version 10. So anything greater than or equal to 3.1. So if this version went all the way up to 100, that's what you would get. Alternatively, and you can see it here on different gems here, you get the squiggle line and the greater than symbol, you can use that. This will install the gem as long as its version is 3.11 or newer, but not version 4.1 or newer. So it won't move in to a new version, into a new full number version. It'll just go 3.1, 3.12, 3.13, but it won't go to 4.0. In this lesson and those that follow, we will be including exact version numbers for all gems because it makes it a little bit easier and it ensures that we're all working off the same software. Let's take the gem file that the Rails new command automatically generated for us and update it to suit our needs. So I'm going to pause this video now, and when I resume, this file in front of us will be completely modified to suit our needs for this class. See you in a second. Okay guys, so welcome back. And as you can notice here, I've completely rearranged and updated the gem file. Now, this gem file, you can find everything here on my GitHub page, and the link is at the bottom here now for you to follow. I'll also include it in the course reference material and in this class description. Now, don't go and copy and paste it. Well, do if you want, but I would encourage you not to. What I would encourage you to do is type in this code. Even though you don't understand it all just yet, it will give you a feel for what's going on with inside the files and what we're trying to do here with this code. Okay, so a couple of things to notice here. Firstly, notice here that we've put the SQLite gem in for the development and test environment only. This will help prevent potential conflicts with the database used by Heroku, and Heroku is the system that we will push our code to for live hosting. So this here now, this gem will only run in a development or in test environment. Once we have updated the gem file, we'll install the gems using the command bundle install. Okay, so let's do that now. Back into our terminal, and let's just simply type in bundle install. Hit enter and let that run. Now, we get a very common error here, and very common because I'm an idiot and I have not navigated into my application folder. So all I have to do is, within my Rails project folder, if I type in ls for all the contents that are in there, you can see hello world. cd hello world. So let's navigate into that folder. There we go. And let's once again run the bundle install. And the first time it could not locate the gem file because obviously it's not in the Rails project folder. It is within the hello_world folder. So let's run it again and see what we get. Okay, we get an error. And why do we get that? It's telling us that the Sass Rails gem, there's something up with that one. So let's jump in here and have a look. Okay, so it's absolutely right to tell me that there's an error because it's not _Rails, it's -Rails. Okay, so let's give it another go. We're getting the same error because I have not saved it. Okay, here we go. And third time lucky. If after you type in the bundle install command, you get a message saying that you need to run bundle update, go ahead and do that, that's not a problem, and then run the bundle install command again. Okay, so as we can see here now, our bundle install command is run, and as you can see on the line here, 17 gem file dependencies, 75 gems now installed. So what can we do next? Well, Rails comes with a command line program that runs a local web server, and that's called Rails Server. On some systems, you will need to allow connections to the local web server, so let's go ahead and see how we can do that now. On our folder structure here on the left, go into the config folder, so here we are. Then go into environments, so the first folder, and have a look at development. Okay, scroll down to the very end, and at the very end, add in this line. Hashtag allow connections to local server. Pretty simple stuff. Oh, my autocomplete there got a bit excited. There we go. And what do we have to say here just beneath this comment? What we have to say is config.hosts.clear. And that's it. So let's save that, Command and S, and back in our terminal. And what I'm going to do here now, in my terminal, I'm going to open up a second tab. So terminal, new tab. And the reason I'm doing this is because I'm going to run the server and let the server run, but while the server is running, I can still make commands here. Okay, so within my terminal, I'm already in my hello world folder. So it automatically went in there. And what I need to type in is Rails server. And fingers crossed, this will open up, or this will create our local web server. Okay, so now we have it running. It took a couple of goes for some reason, but it's up and running now. And what we need to do is, see this line here, take this line out, command and copy that, go to our web browser, in our web browser, in the address bar, paste in that, except a TCP here, take that out, and replace it with HTTP. Hit enter, and there we go. Yay, you're on Rails. So you now should also see the Rails welcome page. Okay, that's it for this lesson. We're going to continue on with in the next lesson in creating our Hello World application. So we've a lot more to do, but we've come an awful long way. So well done, and I'll see you in the next lesson.